Now, the debate of the day, the debate of the week is how, when and where do we reopen the economy? Stephen Moore is with us, economist, and he's been named on the Economic Council of Advisors on how to reopen the economy. What's your first criteria, Stephen? Is it get that economy moving at all costs?
Well, Stuart, let me just make one quick comment, if I may, because I'm just chopping on the bit about this, about Andrew Cuomo taking some kind of victory lap on containing the coronavirus in New York. I mean, wait a minute. The governor who has the most cases in the country by a mile, the state that has almost half of the deaths is taking a victory lap for his treatment of this. I just don't get it, Stuart. I mean, really, it's like taking the person in the class with the lowest grade and making him the president of the class. So I'm not sure why he's taking a bow right now. Now, on this, by the way, the Governor Abbott of Texas, he's the guy who should take the bow. He's doing the right thing. Look, we haven't convened, and I don't know much yet about how this task force is going to operate, so I can just speak for myself. The top priority right now, Stuart, is we have got to get the economy up and running, hopefully next week, and at the latest of May 1st, because what our economic projections are showing is that if you keep this economy shut down into June, the economic calamity is unthinkable. You're talking about basically the rest of 2020 being in a very, very severe recession, and the economic pain and the misery that would cause would be highly significant. So every day that goes by, we don't open up the economy, the pain and suffering, the longer the unemployment lines and the more business bankruptcies.
Steve, as an economist, look at the Goldman Sachs report out earlier today. They're saying, look, the situation right now is absolutely awful. Well, we got that. We know it's awful. But the other part of their report is an explosive recovery in the third and fourth quarters of this year. They're saying the economy expands 19% in the third quarter, 12% in the fourth quarter. Do you go along with that view, an explosive recovery? Here it comes.
Well, look, I mean, Goldman Sachs doesn't know what's going to happen with the economy. I mean, everybody's kind of shooting in the dark here. I see all these reports, maybe J.P. Morgan. We have our own projections. It's very difficult to predict these things. I find it somewhat hard to believe we're going to boom out of this in the third quarter. Boy, would I love to see that, Stuart. But I think too many economists and too many politicians think somehow you're just going to flick the switch, the ignition switch of this $20 trillion economy. It's going to turn right back on. I'd love to see that, and Trump is right. He's a guy who's shown he knows how to grow the economy. Boy, did he do that in his first 3 years of his presidency. But I'm a little bit more skeptical. I think, it's going to be really difficult to get the economy up and running really quickly, especially if we go into June and we still don't have companies running. Because I've talked to a lot of CEOs say, look, even if it's, say, the middle of June, but we're still kind of in catch-up mode until at least September. So, boy, it's a tough prediction to make. I love the V-shaped recovery. And one of the things we need that Steve Forbes, I know you've had him on many times on your show, and you're in the Great Art Laugher, and I are endorsing the payroll tax suspension for the rest of the year to give businesses an incentive to hire and workers an incentive to go back to work as quickly as possible.
You think that's a possibility, extending the payroll protection all the way through the rest of the year? Because essentially, the payroll protection measures have the government paying the income, paying the wages and salaries of people affected by that's an enormous program. No. We're talking about two separate things, Stuart. What I'm talking about is when we get Americans back to work, hopefully starting next week, that we suspend the payroll tax that they pay. So right now, every worker, you and me and everyone in the country, has 7.5% of our paycheck that's deducted right from our check. Under this plan, that 7.5% you keep. So it's like a pay raise for every worker in America, 7.5%, even the minimum wage worker. And for employers, what it means is it cuts their payroll costs by 7.5%. So you're giving an incentive for workers to
to work more because they get more money, and you're giving an incentive to employers to hire more. I heard earlier on Fox Business News some saying we can't do that because we have so many unemployed people, they don't get help. The point, they're missing the point. The point of this is to get unemployed people back into the labor market by creating a better job market. And I know Donald Trump wants to do that. That's going to be one. I know Laffer and Forbes and I are going to be really pushing that on that economic task force.
Glad to hear it. Hey, Stephen Moore, don't be such a stranger to the show. It was great to have you back again, and we'll see you again soon. Stephen, thank you very much indeed.